All right, guys, we got a good show for you today. We have Joshua Miller. He goes to Life Christian Academy. Florida State, Kentucky, Maryland. Those are a few schools I've offered him. Thanks for coming on, man.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Hey, so we always start out with three would you rathers to get things going. The first one is, would you rather have a mullet haircut or a ponytail haircut?
Um, I'm going with the ponytail.
Why?
See, I'm already kind of rocking a little bit, so I think I'm gonna rock out with the ponytail.
Yeah, I feel yeah, you kind of got it going already. We did this one in honor of us earlier in the month. We had May the 4th. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think I had to talk like Yoda.
Really? Because I feel like with you as a lineman, breathing like Vader down somebody, I'd like intimidate him.
Okay, I might got to switch it up. I was thinking of Chewbacca for a second. I was thinking for Chewbacca, but I'm definitely going Darth Vader.
Yeah, because that one's scary. I wouldn't want to like mess with you, man, if you came out there like that.
Yeah, somebody lined up in front of me breathing like Darth Vader. I'm gonna be a little concerned.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
your final one is, would you rather only eat cheese for a year or not be able to eat cheese for a year?
Not be able to eat cheese. I'm a cheese lover. That's a hard thing about it. I'm a cheese lover,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I can only eat cheese for a year. That's hard.
I mean, the one thing is they got a bunch of different types of cheese. That's the one thing they got going for it.
Yeah, but I think probably after like that first week or two, you gonna start getting tired of cheese.
Yeah, I feel that. So you're like probably our 90th guest I've had in the show. A bunch of people help out with this show are all D1 athletes. Most of them happen to be football players. We wanted to, talk about it, you guys' experience, because it's been a weird year for everyone. Your high school actually ended up traveling like all over the country when you guys probably wouldn't normally, right? Or do you guys normally travel?
Well, we usually keep a traveling schedule because a lot of teams in Virginia don't want to play us. So we usually have to go off a strong schedule, like out of state. So it wasn't traveling wise, it wasn't really nothing new to us.
Oh yeah, this season you guys were 2-3. You played IMG, some big schools. I mean, a lot of teams didn't get to play. How did the season go for you and managing COVID and everything?
To start the season off, it was kind of strange dealing with COVID because COVID, affected the practices. So it was kind of strange started off, but going into the season, it started seeming somewhat normal, somewhat regular. Season for me went great. I feel like I had pretty good games. I had a lot of coaches tell me they liked how I played during my game. So for me, I feel like I had a decent, I guess I would say, good season for what I did get to play.
Yeah, from a team wise, did you guys have I guess like a condensed playbook or anything, or were you able to run everything you won because of the season?
For the most part, we're able to run everything we wanted to for the most part.
Yeah, there were a lot of teams I talked to their players, and they said they ran about half the playbooks. They just didn't have time to prepare. So,
No, we pretty much got able to use most of our playbook. It was a few plays here and there that we probably didn't use, but rather than that, we used most of our playbook.
Yeah. So on here, we've kind of preached with like recruiting the 21s, like myself and other people. We kind of got screwed in fact of recruiting because we didn't get to like visit campuses, meet the coaches, really shake their hand and stuff. With you guys, the sophomore class, 2023s, how is it for you guys? Is it a lot of Zoom? What's it like? I know the dead period's ending pretty soon.
Yeah, well, first off, I'm blessed to be able to be in this class so that I didn't get affected like the 21 guys. I feel bad for them because I know a lot of 21 guys, they didn't really, this was their last opportunity. So I feel bad for them on that point. But a lot of it was really contacting through my coach. They would contact my coach and my coach would give me their number, tell them, shoot them a call. So that's how my summer went. A few Zoom calls here and there, but most of them were just over the phone.
Yeah. With the dead period, are you looking to like get to schools early? Or are you taking your time more, like waiting for a little bit down the line?
I'm head into it, straight into it.
Yeah, that's the right way to
Picking
go.
up fast.
I always wonder because like I did it myself, but I'd look how like teams ran their systems before I committed, or like how they ran their programs more from the internal part. Do you ever look at that when you're trying to, see what these schools could offer for you guys?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. Like I usually base like what I'm looking at off of their playbook. Are they more of a run heavy school, pass heavy? I just base my decision off those things right there.
Yeah. I have to ask, it's always, a few of my friends, they have some really crazy stories. When you got your first offer, where was it at? What were you doing? What did it mean to you?
My first offer, I want to say March 7th of 2020. It was either March 7th or March 3rd. I get those 2 days confused.
Yeah.
But I was at Maryland. I was on a visit to Maryland, and we were walking through their cafeteria, and I seen one of their coaches walk up to my coach.
Yeah.
And I had a weird feeling that the coach was coming to pull me.
Yeah.
So I saw him talking for a little bit. I was watching out the corner of my eye, still focused on the tour at this point, but I was watching out the corner of my eye, and my coach called my name, told me to come over there. So Coach Brawl from Maryland, he said follow him. I went to his office. We chatted for a little bit, and then he let me know I was offered. And when I got offered, the first thing I did was cry because it was just it kind of felt like a surreal experience because I really wasn't expecting it that day in general. So when I got the offer, I cried. It meant a lot to me because, just not something that I would expect to happen. It was always a dream, but then it started to become a reality. First thing I did was call my mom and told her that I got offered. She was at work. She probably couldn't react how she really wanted to. Knowing my mom, she probably would end up screaming and crying.
Yeah.
But she said she cried a little bit. It was an amazing feeling, honestly. That's all I can say.
That's amazing. For me personally, I got injured a lot and I kept switching sports. I thought this was the sport. Finally, when I got my offer, that meant the world to me and only wanted me to keep going. Big thing on this show, we try, because we all got recruited and we hate how people keep asking questions that. So we're getting to like the part where we really, really enjoy, getting down to how you got into sport and, everything. So how did you first get into football? What was like your first memory with it?
I first got into football playing Parks and Rec football. I was probably about 4 years old. My brother, 5 years older than me, so he was already playing football at the time, playing for Parks and Rec team called Broad Rock.
Yeah.
So I started off playing Pee Wee there. I was like 4. Actually, started off playing flag. My bad. Started off there, and then I just fell in love with the game since. And, hey.
Yeah, just history from that. Oh, I have to ask, is there like a moment when you like were playing, and it could have been like high school, or was there ever a moment where you're like, yeah, this is my sport? Did you ever have that moment?
Honestly, I'd probably say this past season. Well, I've been had that this is my sport moment because I just been locked in with it since I was young. But I think I can't even say that. I'd probably say this is my sport moment was against the Mather.
Yeah.
It was a play where I was at the right tackle and I had a tight end beside me. Mm-hmm. And it was a pass play. I kicked, the man got by me, but then I turned around and pancaked him.
Yeah.
And like I did it. It just felt like natural to me. I didn't even think about what I was doing. It just happened. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is my sport right here.
Also,
this is what I'm meant to do.
Also, big thing is DeMatha. DeMatha is one of the top programs in the country. Everyone knows DeMatha Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good team. Growing up, did you look up to any, like, it could be current still or former players, and everything when you modeled your game after anyone?
Honestly, I can't say that I really model my game after nobody. I just start putting in work. Yeah. That's all it is. I start putting in work and I just start doing my own thing. I just became technical with my position. I really focus on the deep parts to it. A lot of people focus on like the little stuff. I start focusing on the deep parts to it. I guess I can say that I start watching Trent Williams to like, study game a little bit. So if I can say I base my game off anybody, I say Trent Williams.
Yeah. I gotta ask, like off season, starting into it now, like what is the big things you're working on? How do you go about it? Is it a big thing like the weight room, or is it more technique on how to block, or what is the big stuff?
My big thing right now is weight room. Weight room and technique, but I'm really focused on weight room right now just to get stronger upper body and lower body.
Yeah. In high school, I gotta ask you. It could have been the play I just asked you talked about. What has been like the best play you ever made in football?
All right, this play right here, it's crazy how the play went down. So we're playing Pulaski Academy. Pulaski.
Yeah,
It's I forgot how to say the team name. Team down in Arkansas.
yeah,
You might have seen them on overtime.
yeah. They're
The
good.
team.
I've heard of them. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. So we were playing them, and it was one play they were chopping often. They were chopping, so I could tell when they were chopping. It was one play. I think it's like the second play on my film. Um, I knew that the man in front of me was about to try to chop me. So when the play started, I seen him going. I jumped over him a little bit, and then I grabbed the linebacker and pancaked him.
Yeah.
I'll send you the clip, and you'll see what play I'm talking about. It's probably one of my favorite clips in general. I don't know if it's gonna be a play that's gonna top that one.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing. Um, you've had all these like experience, in football and everything. What's like the best piece of advice anyone's ever told you during your journey so far?
The best advice that anyone's told me, it wasn't even about football.
Hmm.
The best advice I was told was to stay out the way and focus on the books, because having the talent is good and all, but talent is nothing if you have the academics. So that's probably the best advice anybody's ever given me. My bad.
Yeah, a final two questions. I gotta ask. Have you played any other sports, or has it always been football for you?
I play football and basketball.
Oh, you play Do you feel like playing, basketball makes your football game better, or do they not really go hand in hand for you?
Yeah, basketball definitely helps in aspects, because basketball, conditioning.
Yeah,
So you can conditioning with that, and then you got drills doing basketball with your feet. So honestly, I play basketball really for football.
yeah,
Just stay conditioned, have good feet, stuff like that.
yeah. One of my good friends, he plays at West Virginia. He's a D tackle. He played basketball all throughout high school just for that reason, for footwork. That's what his big thing was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
footwork and conditioning.
yeah, big things. We always end the interview off with this question. How do you want people to like remember yourself when your football career is over down the line?
When my football career is completely over,
Yeah,
I want people to remember me as one of the most dominant and the best tackle to ever touch the sport of football.
yeah. I respect that answer. I mean, I wish the best. It means a lot for you to come on. We get to. The big thing is just giving athletes like you a voice is what we try to do. So when you guys come on, it means a lot to us. So I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you so much.